No.
Adequate notice of this meeting of the Lawrence Township Council being held on Tuesday, May 7th, 2024, has been provided through the posting of the annual meeting schedule of said council in accordance with Section 13 of the Open Public Meetings Act. Said notice was forwarded to the Trentonian, the Times, and the Princeton Packet on December 11th, 2023. And I just want to mention that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. I just want to remind, we all may know someone who is currently managing through a mental illness. Last week, my family suffered a terrible blow when a member of our family lost the battle to mental illness. Please reach out to one another. You never know when someone may need a hug, a phone call, or an I love you. Hang in there. I'm here for you. Thank you. You could have the inspiration, Madam Clerk.
May we carry out our work at this meeting in a just, honorable, and sincere manner, always bearing in mind our duties and continuing to keep Lawrence a wonderful community in which to live. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, if we could have the roll call, please.
Mr. Bobbitt.
Here.
Mr. Kanaki.
Here.
Ms. Perry. Here. Mr. Ryan.
Here.
Mayor Farmer.
Here. We now have a special proclamation recognition and presentation by the National Guard Militia Museum of New Jersey. Yep. Check. If you're going to read the whole thing, but they'll take it from here.
Working?
Yes.
Mayor, Council, good evening. Thank you for having us. My name is Colonel Retired Bob Watson. I am the President of the Board of Trustees for the National Guard Militia Museum of New Jersey, Incorporated. With me tonight, behind me to my right, is Lieutenant Colonel Retired Tom Smith, our Board Treasurer. I think right behind me is my Command Sergeant Major, Retired Dave Turner, the Board Treasurer. And I'd like to recognize Staff Sergeant Retired Jim Kanaki, who is a board member also. Tonight we're going to present to the Township of Lawrence the Robert A. Denon Award. This award was created in 2008 to recognize one of our board members who spent many years as a member of the board. He loved museums, he loved history, and he was a big supporter not only of the museum in Seagirt, but especially the museum in Lawrenceville. I guess as Bob got a little older, he became handicapped. He couldn't serve in the military, but his heart was always in the right place for the museum. So in 2008, the Board of Trustees named the award after Robert A. Denon to recognize those individuals and organizations that support, contribute, or are dedicated to the values of the museums, especially again in Lawrenceville. So tonight I would like to present the award to Kevin for the township. Kevin. It just reads, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, National Guard Militia Museum of New Jersey, Incorporated, this award is presented to the Township of Lawrence in grateful recognition and appreciation of the significant contributions you have made to the National Guard Militia Museum of New Jersey, located in Lawrenceville, April 16th, 2024. So Kevin, thank you. Thank you, Lawrence, for all your support. Again, thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you all. We'll see you Memorial Day. Thank you.
Mayor, if I just say just a couple quick words. So first of all, thank you so much for acknowledging Lawrence Township as a community partner, which is what we are. You know, as a township manager, I serve these 5 elected officials and do the work that they ask me to do, and I'm happy to do it. I'm proud to be working with you. I apologize for how I'm dressed. I just left my dad, who's in the hospital. But as I was thinking, I think the last time I was out with him in public was at the museum.
Really?
Yeah, when he walked through it and was just amazed at all the artifacts and the displays. So I want to thank you for that experience personally. And on behalf of everybody here, thank you for this
You're
work.
welcome. You know, if you haven't been to the museum, please stop by. You'll be surprised, I think, at what you see, and I think we did a good job showing us the history of the citizen soldiers. So if you haven't been there, please stop by.
Yeah, it's
Again,
awesome.
thank you.
Okay, with that, I'm still on it, I'm on it. Next brings us to our first opportunity for public participation.
Sylvia Kovas. Since the renewal of the request at the last Township Council meeting by Mr. Bobbitt to review the Trenton Black and Hardscape supplies operations, and because Mr. Sypek did not have the opportunity to hear us, the residents of Colonial Heights, speak on the record about this, we have a written document to present to Mr. Sypek to help him with to establishing the timeline of events, the questions that we have been asking on the record for almost 2 years, the document supporting where our questions are coming from, and also some documentation or written communications with the township officials. And if you have need for any additional information, we have more on that. So thank you very much. And this is the document we'd like to present.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank
Thank you,
you,
sir.
thank you very much.
All right. Seeing no additional public participation, we'll move on to the review and revision of the agenda.
Madam Mayor, I would like to have a revision to pull forward H7206, which is a reaffirmation of the Crown Act. We do have some special guests that will be joining us for this presentation. They are currently en route, so being respectful of time, when they arrive, would we be able to go forward? There was an amendment to the information that was originally provided to council.
Okay.
Is the amendment agreeable to the members of council?
Do we need to take a roll call?
Yes.
Okay,
Madam Chair,
yes.
can we hold 18H4 for discussion purposes?
18H4, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mhm. Okay. Okay. All right. If we can have a motion for resolution reaffirming support of the Crown Act.
Second.
Madam Clerk, if you could call the roll, please.
Mr. Bobbitt,
Yes.
Mr. Kanaki,
Yes.
Ms. Perry,
Yes,
Mr. Ryan,
Yes.
Mayor Farmer.
Yes.
thank you.
All right, so when the additional guests arrive, we will move on to that. All right, very well. Okay. Adoption of the minutes in the previous meeting.
Mayor, if it's all right with council, I'll move 8A, regular meeting of December 19th, 2023, and 8B, reorganization meeting January 1, 2024 in a block.
Okay. I did have some revisions to the January 1st, 2024,
Okay.
just some grammatical, just some spelling.
You can,
Just
you
share
can
that with
send
me.
that to us.
Okay,
So we'll just put with corrections and you can send us the corrections.
perfect. Okay. All right,
I second.
but I don't think we can vote on December 19th
No,
there. So we
you
have a
said you have
separate.
revisions for January 1st.
Mayor, I'd suggest just abstaining from that vote, or I will revise. I'll make a motion to,
December 19th.
because I don't think we had a second yet. So I will move 8A, regular meeting December 19th, 2023.
That I can.
And
Yeah, so-
You
need a second.
Second.
Okay. Madam Clerk, if you could call the roll, please.
Mr. Bobbitt,
yes,
Mr. Kanaki,
Yes.
Ms. Perry,
Abstain.
Mr. Ryan,
Yes.
Mayor Farmer.
Abstain.
all right, Mayor, I will move 8B, reorganization meeting January 1, 2024.
Second.
All right. And we're moving that with revisions to be submitted to the clerk.
With revision.
With revision. Okay, Madam Clerk, if you could call the roll, please.
Mr. Bobbitt,
Yes,
Mr. Kanaki,
Yes.
Ms. Perry,
Yes.
Mr. Ryan,
Yes.
Mayor Farmer.
Yes. And thank you, Madam Clerk.
You're welcome.
Okay. Next, we have award and or rejection of bids. We're going to go into the introduction of ordinances.
Mayor, if I may, I'd like to move 10A, ordinance number 2468-24, ordinance providing for various road improvements, mill and overlay, including all work and materials, in and by the Township of Lawrence in the County of Mercer, New Jersey, appropriating $3,069,180 in capital improvement funds.
Second.
Okay. Madam Clerk, if you could call the roll, please.
Mr. Bobbitt,
Yes,
Mr. Kanaki,
Yes.
Ms. Perry,
Yes.
Mr. Ryan,
Yes.
Mayor Farmer.
Yes.
Mayor, I'll move 10B, ordinance number 2469-24, ordinance appropriating $1,451,145 from the capital improvement fund for various capital improvements in and by the Township of Lawrence in the County of Mercer, New Jersey.
Do we have a second?
I second.
Okay, Madam Clerk, if you could call the roll, please.
Mr. Bobbitt,
Yes,
Mr. Kanaki,
Yes.
Ms. Perry,
Yes.
Mr. Ryan,
Yes.
Mayor Farmer.
Yes.
I will move 10C, ordinance number 2470-24, ordinance amending the land use ordinance of the Township of Lawrence to revise section 522, drainage and stormwater management.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Madam Clerk, if you could call the roll, please.
Mr. Bobbitt,
Yes,
Mr. Kanaki,
Yes.
Ms. Perry,
Yes.
Mr. Ryan,
Yes.
Mayor Farmer.
Yes.
I move 10D, ordinance number 2471-24, ordinance providing for sidewalk improvements in and by the township in the County of Mercer, say Township of Lawrence in the County of Mercer, State of New Jersey, appropriating $700 therefore and directing the special assessment of the cost thereof.
Second.
Okay, Madam Clerk, if you could call the roll, please.
Mr. Bobbitt,
Yes,
Mr. Kanaki,
Yes.
Ms. Perry,
Yes.
Mr. Ryan,
Yes.
Mayor Farmer.
Yes. And now we have the adoption of ordinances.
Mayor, I'll move 11A, ordinance number 2467-24, an ordinance amending chapter 435 of the Lawrence Township Administrative Code entitled Motor Vehicles and Traffic, adding a handicap parking space at 1718 Princeton Avenue.
Thank you. Do we have,
I second.
You have to open the public hearing.
yeah. Is there any public comments on this particular ordinance? Seeing none,
You have to move to close the public hearing.
we are moving to close the public participation. Do we have a second?
I second.
Madam Clerk, if you call the roll, please.
Mr. Bobbit,
Yes.
Mr. Kaneki,
Yes.
Ms. Perry,
Yes.
Mr. Ryan,
Yes.
Mayor Farmer.
Yes. Okay, this brings us now to the manager's report.
Wait, did you vote on
Yes.
it? You vote to adopt the
The ordinance, yes. Mhm.
Yeah, they did.
okay, just
That was
check.
it.
Thank you.
Check.
Okay, and the manager's report. Is there anything to report?
I
All
do
right.
have, I have nothing to report.
All right. Attorney's report.
I have, Mayor, I have a couple things that I've asked to be placed in the closed session involving some real estate negotiations that you can handle very quickly at that time.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Stricker. And Madam Clerk, do you have anything to report?
Not at this time.
Okay. All right, this brings us to unfinished business. Do we have anything to report? No? Okay. Is there any new business for discussion? No? Okay, this brings us to the second opportunity for public participation. Yes, you come forward. You can write your address and state your name.
Hi, I'm Carol Conley. I live in West Long Drive. I just have a question, actually.
Mhm.
How does one get a copy of it? I see you introduced a whole bunch of ordinances and we adopted one. So the introduced ones are still out there for consideration presumably. How do we get a copy of those so we can look at it?
They're
Oh,
right
all
there.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Right there.
And then you'll adopt them at the next, or at some point in the future? Is that
The
right?
next meeting.
Meeting.
Okay.
Mhm.
They get,
I'm sorry.
There's-
This is
No,
a silly
that's
question.
okay.
You guys all know. I know what happens to try not what happens once, sorry.
It's how we learn, absolutely.
Okay. And then my other question is, I did see there's a real estate, something in closed session. I don't know how much you're allowed to say what it is, but
It's simply negotiation of a parcel the township is involved in, and it.
it doesn't affect lawmakers. That's what I'm.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I stop and just take them?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
And then just sign in your.
I did.
Okay.
Souvenirs for.
I've learned something.
All right. Seeing no additional public participation, we'll close that session. And now we are at resolutions.
All right, council, correct me if I'm wrong, but if it's all right, I think I'm okay on this.
Okay,
I'd like to move resolutions 18B1 through H3 and H5 through H9 in a block.
18.
B1,
we pulled out,
B1.
I've pulled out H4 about the ELSA application, or I think.
Discussion.
I think.
for
council-
discussion,
Yeah,
Yep.
I think, yes.
okay?
yeah,
So
see?
the other one that was pulled out? No?
Need a second?
Give us a moment to make sure there aren't any.
Understood.
I'll second it when we're ready.
You ready to go?
Yep.
Councilman Goddard, thank you. Yes, looks like we're good to go. Do we have a second?
You second it.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Madam Clerk, if you could call the roll, please.
Mr. Bobbit,
Yes.
Mr. Kaneki,
Yes.
Ms. Perry,
Yes.
Mr. Ryan.
Yes.
Mayor Farmer.
Yes.
All right, Mayor, I'd like to move H4, number 203, authorizing resolution to endorse ELSA application to New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection.
Second.
And for discussion, we get an update. Councilman, are you going to give us an update?
Oh, and,
Yeah. On the,
It's the
yeah.
H4.
Mhm.
Also,
I have, concerns, this is the first I saw this. I'm on Elsa board. They talked about this, but they moved this sewer line
Mhm.
and it's going up the street. Where originally it was alongside, Colonial Lake land there. And they can still put it there. It's not a problem with it going there if they need more approval from the wetlands and DEP and stuff. But you're affecting quite a bit of that road up there, in that neighborhood. It's gonna be all ripped up. And my thing is, Elsa should have had a town hall meeting with the residents over there,
Hmm.
and they're not, and they want us to say yes to this tonight, when they should have took the steps and had a town hall meeting and explained all this to the residents over there. That's what I'm looking at.
What area specifically are you referring to? What neighborhood? I'm sorry.
Right in front of Chris's house.
Mayor, I think the two councilmen on this side could speak to that.
Mayor, may I?
Yes.
Suggest, I suggest it's up to the council, is to get Elsa in here.
Okay,
Again, we table it,
okay.
if that's all right with everybody on board, and discuss it, because that was the plan the last time. We're supposed to go right through the park and hook up right there, on that, instead of going up and tearing up the whole street all the way up.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we have a majority of.
And Mayor, I'd like to add, it's also, along with Councilman Ryan, a resident of the Lakelands. And the idea of sort of going all the way up Winchester and just putting those residents, at a inconvenience without sort of a more full sort of presentation or anything like that, and timing and everything else. I think it's only right. I agree with my ELSA colleagues that serve on the ELSA board that we should have them come in and speak to it and just give us more information. I think it's only fair to the residents of the township.
Mr. Ryan, would you wish to table this to a date certain of the next meeting on May 21st? And
If it's agreeable with the rest of the council, it's 21st.
Mayor, I would ask, is that enough
Or
time? Is that enough time for you to have an ELSA meeting or to get more information from council?
Or
Elsa meets in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
But
So,
is it enough time for Elsa to notify the residents of a town meeting?
probably not.
I would say not.
so let's take it to the June. We're in the summer session,
Mhm.
on that, so it'll be the meeting in June.
We should make it a date certain so you know,
We have a
so
deadline.
you keep the feet to the fire, so to speak.
Okay, well, why don't we look at the June meeting as an initial deadline and revisit it if there are if any new information comes forward that we need to make any other additional adjustments. But I do agree that it's imperative that we should notify the residents and have at least a conversation, some sort of communication with them about what's going on. Okay. All right, so.
That sounds fair, yes.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to table H4, please, until our June meeting, please.
Okay.
And we send out a notice to Elsa to come before council.
Yeah, I'll second that, and I'll just add it, if here's, clerk can correct me if I'm wrong, that would be June 18th, Tuesday, June 18th. And remember, I found this out the hard way, that we start at 6 o'clock during the
6
summer
o'clock.
hours, so.
And I put it in red. So everybody would know.
Thank you, Ms. Carter.
6 o'clock.
Mr. Ryan, would it be your intent to have Elsa here before the June meeting or at the June meeting?
I believe it at the June meeting. This way, maybe we could send out a notice that Elsa notify the Colonial Lakelands in that area. We get something out on the webpage also for the township that there is a meeting on this. Does council agree?
I have no
That
issue,
works.
Mayor.
I think that's a good idea.
Thank you, Mrs. Ipac.
Just clearing,
Mhm.
so we know. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right,
Alright.
You have to vote to table.
Okay, we need
Vote
to
to
call,
vote to-
we're going to now vote to table. Madam Clerk, you could call the roll, please.
Absolutely. Mr. Bobbit,
Yes.
Mr. Kanaki,
Yes.
Ms. Curry,
Yes.
Mr. Ryan,
Yes.
Mayor Farmer.
Yes. Okay. I believe we're good to go, I guess. Okay.
Yes.
Huh? Okay. Well, I think that's all we have.
That's all we have, yeah.
Okay. We'll now go back to Councilwoman Perry, if you could reintroduce.
H7, number 206.
H7, number 206, authorizing resolution reaffirming support of the Crown Act. Did you want to?
Yeah.
Okay, we just have any visitors here.
Please come up. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for coming.
Not at all.
So it is with great honor, since this has recently been in the news,
Do I say their names here?
our former Congresswoman, but for a different district, Bonnie Watson Coleman, has reintroduced, and Senator Booker has come on board to also reaffirm the Crown Act. I would like to read the resolution that we are presenting to the township. And we have members of the NAACP here representing the Trenton chapter. And most importantly, some young ladies that will be the future of this act. Very good. Thank you. And I would like to thank our Councilman Bobbitt, who assisted with the resolution. So, resolution affirming support of the Crown Act. Whereas in 2019, the state of New Jersey enacted the Create a Respectful and Open Workplace, Workspace for Natural Hair Act, also known as the Crown Act. And whereas New Jersey became the third state to pass this important piece of legislation, and whereas the Crown Act amends the New Jersey law against discrimination, NJLAD, so that the term race includes traits historically associated with race, including but not limited to hair texture, hair type, protective hairstyles. And whereas Lawrence Township is a multicultural and diverse municipality of nearly 32,000 residents, according to the 2022 census estimate. And whereas Lawrence Township is home to over 4,000 Black residents who make up more than 13% of the town's population, and whereas Black women are 80%, women of color, more likely to believe that they must change their natural hairstyles to fit into their office environment, according to a 2019 study. Whereas hairstyles associated with Black culture, including twists, braids, cornrows, afros, locks, Bantu knots, are now considered protective hairstyles free from discrimination. And now, therefore, be it resolved, the Township of Lawrence is committed to upholding legislation that directly impacts our community's mission to foster equality and inclusion. We affirm our full support of the Crown Act in its entirety on this day forward. Mr. Austin. So thank you very much for joining us. Those of us who grew up in the culture where you really could not express yourself through your hairstyles. You know, as you know, Haitian American, I was never, ever allowed to wear braids at all because it was not accepted. So this is a beautiful thing to see how people have embraced all types of natural hairstyles from curls to braids to anything that makes you comfortable. And the great thing is that here in Mercer County, we have some legislatures who have stepped forward and who are examples of that. As our Assemblywoman for District 15, Assemblywoman Reynolds Jackson, wears her hair in many different styles. As our Commissioner, Terrence Stokes, who advocately wears his braids proudly. Both of them I spoke to and told them I was going to talk about them this evening. They are great examples of leadership. What is inside and the character has no reflection of the hairstyle. That is a choice that should not be discriminated against. And Mr. Austin Edward Esquire as well, wearing his natural braids. It's a great thing for the community to see that the intelligence and integrity and the character of the person has nothing to do with their displaying proudly their ethnicity. Ms. Davis?
Thank you. I first want to start off with the fact that I definitely know we're in good company, so I can literally go ahead and let my hair down.
Yeah.
So first I want to thank the entire City Council of Lawrence. I want to thank our Mayor Farmer as well. I definitely want to thank you, Councilwoman Perry, Councilman Bobbitt, for your tireless work and for getting us to this point today. Esteemed members of our community, I stand today before you with a heart full of gratitude and appreciation on behalf of the Trent NAACP. This decision to support the Crown Act is not just a significant milestone, it's a testament to the commitment to equity, diversity, and inclusivity within our beloved city. I want to extend my sincerest thanks to each member of this council for recognizing the importance of this legislation and for taking bold steps to endorse it. Your dedication to upholding the rights and dignity of every individual in our community is truly commendable. Now, as the Councilwoman mentioned, the Crown Act, or the Create a Respectful and Open Workplace for Natural Hair Act, is a crucial piece of legislation that seeks to combat discrimination based on natural hairstyles, particularly targeting the systemic bias against Black individuals and all people of color. By prohibiting discrimination based on hairstyle or texture, this act not only protects individuals' right to self-expression, but also challenges deeply entrenched stereotypes and biases in our society. And as representatives of the Trent NAACP, which our jurisdiction expands throughout all of Mercer County, we have long been at the forefront of the fight for civil rights and social justice. Since our inception over a century ago, the NAACP has been a beacon of hope and a catalyst for change, tirelessly advocating for the rights of marginalized communities across the nation. And our mission, rooted in the principles of equality and justice for all, resonates deeply with the spirit of the Crown Act. Now, I want to say that I'm especially happy that we, it's very unexpected to have these young ladies before us today. But I think it's extremely important. I myself, being a new father, got a 9-month-old. I got plenty of pictures for you guys right after. But knowing that we have in place since 2019, the passage of this Crown Act here in New Jersey to protect her, to protect future generations, and to ensure that the generations that we're raising up now won't have to face the same discrimination that we've been used to, that we've internalized, that we found as normal. So this is a step in the right direction, and I'm very excited for this work to be done today. I also want to highlight the fact that we have, with NAACP, Crown Act training that's happening on Saturday, June 8th at Shiloh Baptist Church in Trenton, New Jersey, specifically from 12 to 3 p.m. We're having the Division of Civil Rights, the NJDCR, come out and give that training to teach about the history of hair discrimination, to teach about the history of why the Crown Act was passed in almost half the states in the United States. and especially teach, I'm going to be shameless here, right, since you mentioned it, right? You know, as a lawyer, I need some CLE credits. They're giving out CLE credits. You know what I'm saying? If anybody needs it. But really for anybody, just to get the background and the importance of this piece of legislation, this is why we're having the training and to make sure that we're not carrying the same patterns into the workplace today. So just wanted to plug that very quickly, and just wanted to express, again, my deepest gratitude to this City Council for their unwavering support of the Crown Act, all of your leadership, and all of your guidance and dedication to the principles of equality and justice serves as an inspiration to us all. Together, we will continue to strive towards a future where every individual, regardless of race or ethnicity, can live and work with dignity, respect, and equality. Thank you.
I just want to thank Mrs. Conley for bringing her two young daughters to be here with us. It's our young people who will carry this on. I could only have wished that at their age, I would have had people advocating on our behalf for me to be able to wear my hair however I want it. Beautiful, curly, or braids or anything like that. So thank you for coming. I hope you'll remember this a little bit. At your towns, and have a great evening. Thank you again.
How many credits is it?
Yeah.
Two credits?
Three.
Whoa. You got me at three.
Okay. Thank you again, Councilwoman and Councilman, for your contributions.
Team effort.
Okay, this brings us now to council initiative and liaison reports. Go ahead.
I was waiting for Councilwoman Perry to say something, but I'll say it and maybe jog your memory. For the first time since 2019, the growth
Why
rate.
do you steal my thunder?
I was trying to tee you up.
Report on your stuff. What's on your stuff?
It wasn't, I was there too, it was great.
It was
We
great.
all want to report on it. All right, I think it's a little bit.
The mayor goes first.
Yeah, well, I was just excited, yeah, there was a mayor's award. This is the Growth and Redevelopment Committee, had their annual award ceremony, which they have not had, as Councilman had mentioned, since 2019. So it was a very exciting opportunity. I served for 2 years on that committee, along with Councilman Bobbitt, who served much longer. And we were excited to see the award ceremony when it comes to play.
Okay.
And Councilwoman Perry will now report on that event.
Yes, so I'm happy to say that being the newbie on here, Councilman Bobbitt has had more experience with the Growth and Redevelopment Committee. But it was great. Since COVID, they have not had the annual award, which gives recognition to local businesses and charities to highlight them in the Growth and Redevelopment Committee. What was really great is that we were able to gather close to 60 people in a new facility called Venue P. That's right on the strip mall where Schaefer's Dry Cleaning is. And this is exactly what we wanted to do. Highlight a new business that's been there for 6 years that 90% of us that were at the event did not know was there. So it was a great opportunity to celebrate all the winners, the attendees, and most importantly, to show that despite being not being able to do it during the pandemic, that we are pushing forward and want to continue to highlight entrepreneurs and growing businesses. One of the highlights of the evening is a great entrepreneur, the owner of Crave, Violetta, and I will butcher her last name. She gave the introductory and keynote speech, but she also focused on one of the greatest things that most of us have experienced. As an immigrant that came here that did not speak any English, She took the bold move to start her own business. Now she has 5 businesses. So it's a wonderful thing to see that I can do it too. And she did it as a single mom, struggling, but did not give up. And that was a great thing for all the entrepreneurs, for everyone in the room to hear, because our nation is built on the backs of small businesses. And that is the great thing about our community. We are a community of small businesses. We do have some big ones, but we all shop our small businesses. And that's what we want to continue to do. And that's the legacy that Mayor Farmer and Councilman Bobbitt started with the committee, and I hope to carry on. Anything that I leave out, Mr. Bobbitt?
No, I will say this. I thought it was a wonderful event. It was great to be there. It's also kind of strange to me to look out and see both former Mayor Politi as well as former Clerk Norcia in the audience. I remember being someone new to this community in 2004 and signing up to serve on the Growth and Redevelopment Committee in 2005. And I joke with people that if you keep showing up to things, they'll keep making you chair and then ask you to run for council. So careful what you wish for. But I just want to say it was a pleasure to serve on the committee as both a volunteer and then as a councilman. And I think it's in great hands, and I applaud you for bringing it back this year and getting it going. So thank you.
I think, well done.
Thank you. I must give all the credit to Melissa Clark and her team and the very strong working relationship she has with the committee. I just tagged along and set things up, and it was good. But we're looking forward to next year. So please buy your tickets early, because we probably will sell out.
Yeah.
I have one more report. So the Public Safety Committee subcommittee will be meeting tomorrow. We will be reviewing the November 2023 fire safety report. And as I had mentioned before, that is a foundation and a guiding document. The council has charged the committee to come up with recommendations to do what would be best, or suggest what would be best for our community. And that's what we will be doing. So as we gather information and get some recommendations, we will periodically give information to council. But at this time, it will take several months. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. So we ask that you be patient with us and give us your support so that we can make sure that we are getting all the information we need and present the best plan for our community. Thank you.
I was just going to report on my own committees. Environmental Resources Advisory Committee has been looking at we're talking about improving the stormwater ordinances in the township. They're also looking at what we could do to also enhance those ordinances. And then Shade Tree is really just reviewing things right now. The usual day-to-day stuff, but also was very pleased that when we had the free tree sampling giveaway, that we had 150, I believe, trees, and they were gobbled up within hours. So
We have a lot of trees in line.
I just wanted to say some successes. So
Yeah,
thanks, Mayor.
that was great. Okay, and I will just report, last Friday, I had the prestige honor of attending the Sustainability New Jersey conference, and was able to report for Lawrence Township on our EV, our electric vehicles, and it was well received by the members at the workshop, which is kudos to the great work that has been done here in Lawrence. And as I understand, we are silver members of the Sustainability New Jersey. We're going for gold. So, but it was a tremendous opportunity to see what other areas are working on. But we definitely are at the forefront, and we will continue our work with electric vehicles and all that is needed for sustainability in New Jersey. So I wanted to just report on that, and also thank the members of Kevin's staff who were very helpful with the presentation. I couldn't have done it without them. They were tremendous, and that's Brenda and Jennifer in the planning department, engineering, right?
I'll pass it along.
Thank you. Just wanted to make that public, very helpful. Okay, and now, is there anything else to report? I just say the planning board did meet on Monday, and we are continuing to develop the dates for our community meetings with regards to the planning, the revisions of the planning master plan. Sorry, yeah, my words confused. So that information should come out shortly. There too, there is a subcommittee that is working on the details, so we should hear something shortly. Looking forward to that, the master plan. Okay. Anything else? Yep, okay. All right, written communication. We have, I think an application came in, is that right?
That's correct.
Yes.
If it's all right with the mayor, I think I would like to just leave that tabled for right now,
Okay.
so that we could also discuss and maybe bring it back.
Okay. Thank you, I'm in agreement with that. Mhm, okay, so we have a motion to table at this time. Do we need to call roll?
No, because you don't really have to table that,
Or
that's just
written
written communication.
Thank you. Can I get my, what is it? Okay. And with that, we will now be going into executive session. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay, thank you, members of the audience, for coming out this evening. There's still some daylight, but you will be